For me, a truly inclusive project is one that includes everybody. So it's not a project specifically created for young people with fewer opportunities. Rather, it's a project that is open to everybody. So a general needs project, a regular project that anybody could deliver, but that perhaps we have to put some additional measures in to be able to include certain young people. So it could be a young person with a disability needs some extra costs, needs some physical amendments making to the project. It could be somebody who's socially excluded, needs the project to be delivered in a slightly different way, but those young people are alongside peers who don't have fewer opportunities. So it's something open to everybody, but with measures to make it inclusive to everybody. I think it can be really simple to add these measures. I think sometimes organisations don't feel confident to go out to a target group of fewer opportunities. They may be comfortable with students they're working with, for example, and to this type of young people there's a massive benefit. But I'd say to young people with fewer opportunities, the experiences can be life-changing. So I'd encourage organisations just to look at what you think needs to be delivered in a different way to include this target group. Maybe it's something very straightforward like recruiting in a different way. Quite often when we're working with young people who are socially excluded, we don't advertise on our website. For example, we go to the youth centres, we go to the homeless hostels, we take the opportunity to them, because sometimes even for the first opportunity, just taking those young people out of their comfort zone is really, really difficult for them. So sometimes it's really small measures that actually get the target group that you're hoping to include to feel more comfortable accessing the project. So sometimes when we're working with young people who've clearly come from backgrounds of fewer opportunities, they don't want that label. They don't want to, one of the forms we have on the vocational projects, there's a box to tick to say the young person's with fewer opportunities, but they fill this form in themselves and they're, what is that box? I don't want to tick that. So we try and explain, no, it's just so that we can give you additional financial support. Perhaps we need to pay for your passport. I think this is not worded in a great way, but even sometimes we've had young people, we had a young man who was paraplegic, clearly disadvantaged. He didn't want this label. He's saying, okay, I can manage everything my peers can manage. Okay, maybe I need a little bit of help physically getting around, but I'm able to do this project. He did a 5-month volunteering project and was very, very able in this. So we try to work a lot one-to-one with young people who are from this target group. Look at what do they feel their support needs are. It's not for us to decide. Some of them are obvious, like they need a passport. And quite often the young people would prefer to try and get money themselves from somewhere to pay for that, and it's really we spent a lot of time working with them to say, don't feel it's a stigma. We want you to have this experience, we want you to have a passport, we can help you to support you with these things. But it's very much about, I think, taking this outside the main group. Medical needs is another one, so obviously we need to make sure young people are adequately insured, but often when people have a mental health problem, these type of issues, they don't want to share it in a group, so we try and do a lot of this working through sessions with them. How can we support you best with these needs? What can we put in place to make sure that you get the equal opportunity to your peers, but that it's going to be a success and you're not going to stumble at any hurdles? So again, we judge everybody individually. We've got different resources we use, different ways of collecting testimonies. Again, a young person who's very able, and done well academically can write comprehensive testimonies about their experience. A young person perhaps who's less confident with maybe their written English, we might make a video of them, or they might make a postcard. But again, it's really just for us looking at the individuality, not saying you're a young person with fewer opportunities so you fit into this category, but helping them to lead us through what they need to be included. I'd ask organisations to always consider inclusion. If you don't feel ready to offer an inclusive project, maybe talk to other organisations that are doing this to find out how they're managing it, how they're including 1 or 2 young people with fewer opportunities, maybe in a general needs project. But I think this target group is so valuable, the experiences they get, but also what they can offer to the project. And yeah, I would just say to anybody really, try and include young people with fewer opportunities if you can.